The Trump administration has unveiled a new immigration policy, requiring federal officials to vet green card, visa, and citizenship applicants for anti-American or anti-Semitic views. This marks a shift from focusing on criminal or security risks to scrutinizing personal beliefs. The policy builds on existing laws, but expands the scope, making ideology a key factor in eligibility. Officials argue it's about protecting American values, framing immigration as a privilege, not a right. The policy applies retroactively, affecting both new and pending applications, and has created uncertainty among immigrants and legal professionals. It's part of a broader push for tighter immigration controls, including more rigorous social media checks and stricter moral character requirements. For many, the policy raises questions about the line between legitimate criticism and disqualifying beliefs. It challenges the idea of freedom of thought as a core American value, sparking debate about what it truly means to be American. The move could reshape who is allowed to join the national community for years to come. The new vetting process adds a subjective layer to immigration reviews, with officers now searching for evidence of anti-American or anti-Semitic beliefs. Social media activity, affiliations, and statements are scrutinized, and interviews may probe applicants' views on the U.S. and its values. The policy lacks a clear definition of anti-Americanism, leaving applicants uncertain about what might disqualify them. This ambiguity creates anxiety, as even past criticism or associations could be interpreted as red flags. Supporters say it's a logical extension of existing laws, empowering officers to protect national interests. Critics warn the vague standard turns the process into a test of ideological conformity. Without clear guidelines, applicants and lawyers are left guessing what's acceptable. The result, a more unpredictable and stressful path to legal residency or citizenship. The policy gives USCIS officers broad discretion to weigh perceived anti-American or anti-Semitic views heavily in their decisions. Supporters argue this flexibility helps officers make nuanced judgments and protect national interests. Critics, however, fear it opens the door to bias and political misuse, as officers' personal views could influence outcomes. Applicants may feel pressured to hide or sanitize their opinions, leading to self-censorship. The lack of objective standards creates a chilling effect, discouraging honest discourse. Approval may hinge less on character or qualifications and more on perceived ideological loyalty. This discretion is seen as both a tool for security and a risk for arbitrary, unfair denials. The policy has drawn sharp criticism from civil liberties advocates, lawyers, and scholars. Many argue it's unconstitutionally vague and infringes on free speech, creating an ideological litmus test for immigrants. There are fears it could be applied selectively, targeting certain nationalities, religions, or political activists. Lawyers warn it's nearly impossible to fairly judge beliefs from interviews or social media, risking misunderstandings and bias. The policy may foster fear and self-censorship, undermining the democratic values it claims to protect. Critics say it adds unnecessary hurdles to an already complex system and could damage America's reputation as a haven for diverse voices. The consensus, the policy is legally questionable, practically unworkable, and at odds with America's tradition of welcoming dissent. This policy marks a turning point in the debate over American identity and immigration. It raises the question, is being American about shared principles or about holding government-approved beliefs? Legal challenges are expected, with courts set to decide how far the government can go in regulating ideology. The policy could affect America's global image, making it seem less open to diverse perspectives and talent. The debate pits ideological gatekeeping against a vision of America as a pluralistic, evolving society. How the policy is implemented and challenged will reveal which vision prevails. Ultimately, it forces the nation to confront what values it wants to uphold and who gets to be part of its future.